Hey
Hi
guys,
guys.
we're back again.
After Hours FM,
This time we have an episode dedicated to all of you who are suffering from parasocial
all
relationships.
of us.
Yeah, all of us. Let me include us. Because, I mean, Loki, even if you think you're immune to this, you're not. And you're going to see why. Because it's Loki crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, before we start, we gotta define what a parasocial relationship is. The definition of parasocial from Cambridge Dictionary is involving or relating to a connection that someone feels between themselves and a famous person they do not know, a character in a book, film, TV series, etc., or an artificial intelligence.
What? An
Yeah.
artificial intelligence.
Well, yeah, if you have for all of you who have an attachment to ChatGPT, yes, that is
Get
also,
help. Please save yourself.
first of all, yeah. Second of all, you have.
Wait, before we can do you know that one guy that was in the news here that he was married or in a relationship with an AI robot? I don't know. Her
No,
name was like Jane ugh, I don't think her name was Jane. I might be making that up.
that's Loki crazy.
He's Dutch and he was in a relationship or he claimed to be in a relationship with an AI robot woman thing and he was speaking to her in English and
Oh my
he was
god.
so convinced about it and
Yeah,
like he got interviewed by people cuz people were like, what the hell but it's dead ass like for real.
that's actually insane. It's giving the movie Her. That was,
That's literally what it is.
yeah,
That's what.
just a man falling in love with AI.
Yeah.
But anyways, even if you like Loki, if you say hello chat, if you say thank you chat, or if you refer to ChatGPT with he him pronouns, which a lot of people do, that's
I do
also,
that
yeah,
too.
so do I, but that is also a sign of a parasocial relationship. And we're gonna dive deeper into that because obviously we
A
know,
sign of a parasocial
yeah,
relationship
like we
though.
know a parasocial relationship as something super extreme and dangerous and crazy, but it's not like that necessarily. Now that we know what a parasocial relationship is, we're going to talk about how this comes to exist. And basically, it has to do, when it comes to celebrities, it's because they share personal stories, selfies, and emotional content, which obviously, um, this happened a lot more since social media started to exist.
Yeah.
Fans see them frequently. This also happened a lot because of social media. The more you see a celebrity, the more connected you feel to them. Celebrities imitate the patterns of real friendship. They have humor, vulnerability, behind the scenes access. They often like have a name for their fandom, and they always say like, "Oh, you guys, you'll never believe what happened to me." Like, you know, when people say that when they see a celebrity on live and they are like, "Oh, it feels like being on FaceTime with them."
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is. Like, it gives you the feeling of a real friendship.
But that's also the point a little bit, right?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we're going to dive deeper into. And also, social media gives the illusion of direct interaction because you can like their posts, you can comment, and when they do Q&As and they answer your question, it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
we're talking.
Yeah.
But it's not mutual, it's one-sided, and that's what makes it parasocial. You just have a relationship like one-sided through the
Yeah,
internet.
with someone who doesn't even know you exist.
Yeah. And to be on theme with this, because most parasocial relationships are with celebrities, and those are going to be the ones we discuss today. We are wearing wicked outfits.
Wait, show the.
I don't know if you guys can see them. We also have their names on the back. You can check out our TikTok or Instagram, afterhoursfm.podcast, if you want to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we bought these.
Today.
We both low-key identify more with Alphaba.
Alphaba. I asked her, I was like, who between us, who would be more
Who would be more Elf? But I would be.
Glinda or
You would be
Alpha?
more Glinda.
Yeah, between the two of us, probably me.
Yeah,
But I think compared to the rest of the world, we're both alphabet.
for sure. Like there's not really, but it's a spectrum. You have Glinda on one hand and then Alphaba at the other end, and I think we both are more on the Alphaba
For
side.
sure, for
Hmm.
sure.
Okay. So now that we've established what a parasocial relationship is,
I have a question. Hypothetically,
hmm,
let's say you're a fan of somebody
right,
and you have talked to that person, for
in
example,
real
at a meet
life,
and greet or something like that,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
would that then still count as a parasocial relationship? If you have talked in real life.
Yes, because the relationship you have in your head is still based on what you see of them through the social media.
No, no, but I mean, in real life.
Yeah, you've talked to them, but then that is not really building a relationship. Like they still don't know you the way you know them, and the way you know them stems from what you see on media. So all of you, every single one of you probably have parasocial relationships whether you know it or not. um this is not just something you have with your favorite celebrity, it's also with the celebrities you hate the most or celebrities you feel neutral about. um because what you think is a celebrity is not just one person. It is, like, for example, if you think about Beyonce, it's not just Beyonce, it's her publicist, it's her agent, it's her manager, and it's her. And in her case, probably more people who,
Yeah, it's a whole team,
yeah, who
probably.
create her brand. It's not her posting on her social media, that's her publicist. It's not, I mean, she's very big, so she gets a lot more say in where she goes and what she does. But ultimately, it's her team deciding the options and coming up with that and making a plan for her to give her a certain image and name and to make her be known this way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you hate a celebrity, I know a lot of people hate Taylor Swift, for example, you don't hate her as a person, you just hate her as a brand, as a celebrity. You hate her publicist, you hate her agent.
Don't look at me.
No, she's a Swiftie. She's not a Taylor Swift hater. But like,
But also, she's Loki, the queen of parasocial relationships. At least
really?
I think so because I don't know if you know about this, but for example, when she released 1989, I don't know if she did it for other albums too, but she invited fans to her house for a listening party before the album got released, and she like
What?
baked them cookies and got them stuff.
That's the cutest thing ever, but also extremely dangerous.
Yeah, for
Her
sure. Or
house?
her house, or one of her. She's a lot of houses, so like one of her
Oh
houses.
my
But
god.
nobody was allowed to film or say anything, and everybody did what they were told. Like nobody leaked it or anything, which I was really surprised about. But like
That's actually
she
insane.
really stimulates or stimulated. I feel like her branding has kind of changed over the years, but she really stimulated those types of relationships because at the end of the day, even after all of that, they don't know her the way, I mean, she doesn't know them the way they know her, if
For
that makes
sure,
sense.
yeah.
She's also been to people's weddings. This was back in the day as well. Like she would perform at their weddings and stuff.
What? Amazing.
I wouldn't say now now she isn't parasocial final boss
No, she's
anymore,
too big to even to do that
but
safely.
even in 1989
She was
era,
still
she was
really big.
very, very popular. But
Yeah.
just I think her priorities have changed and her branding has changed and whatever.
Maybe
So
she has a different manager. However, most people don't really think about the team of the celebrity when they think of a celebrity.
no, they
Like,
think of the face of
yeah, yeah, exactly.
the brand being the celebrity.
Yeah. So all of you who hate Addison Rae, you also hate the producers who make her music probably, and the publicist who comes up with the type of social media posts she makes, and
Mm-hmm.
the agent who decides where she goes and whatever, or what she can do, but you don't realize it. So this already makes the connection more one-sided because the celebrity isn't completely in charge of what they show and who they are, but the fan does perceive them that way. So that's less authentic than you might think. But authenticity sells. So it is good for the industry that you guys, or like you guys, literally all of us, do not know about this or do not think about this to this extent. Like when we see a celebrity donate to a certain cause, we think this is something they really care about. But a lot of times, this is just something that their publicist told them to post about, or
Yeah, definitely. I
not every
mean,
time, though.
more things are calculated than we even think about.
Realize.
Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, we don't realize even like I also am a victim of this. I feel like I'm like, oh, this is so authentic and you're so nice and
Yeah, this
whatever.
is who
But
you
then
are.
it's not, most of it, if not all of it, is very carefully calculated.
And especially when a celebrity makes a political statement, um, and this is mostly in times where everyone is making the same statement. For example, um, on October 7th, 2023, when the attacks from Hamas on Israel happened, a lot of celebrities were quick to jump and say, oh, pray for Israel, this is so hard for Israel. And I remember Justin Bieber was one of the many celebrities who posted a picture of just a village that was completely destroyed and kids literally dead, I think, or maybe it was just a destroyed village, but it said praying for Israel. And then later it was revealed that that was not a picture of Israel, that was a picture of Gaza. And then when that information became known, he just deleted the post. And this was probably not his doing or his idea, that was his publicist doing damage control.
Yeah, probably.
So what I'm trying to say is everything your celebrity posts, that's not that person. That's just a whole team behind that person. But you thinking that it is that person is good for them because it stimulates authenticity, or it simulates authenticity, and that's good for selling.
Yeah, for real. I'm thinking of, you remember I this was a couple of episodes ago. I was talking about how we were talking about Taylor Swift in another episode, and I was talking about Miss Americana, like her documentary.
Yeah.
First, it was about, we were talking about politics. I don't know if it made it into the
No,
episode,
it didn't.
but I was like, yeah, but she was so honest in the documentary, and she was crying and stuff. And then you were like, the documentary that is curated by her team.
To make her look a certain way. Like, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, the more authentic we think a person is, the more connected we feel to them, because we
Yeah.
think like, oh, this is you and that aligns with me
Mm-hmm.
and I feel connected to you. And the stronger your connection is, the more you're going to keep up with the celebrity, the more money you're going to make them and their team. Um so things that celebrities do to grow this connection and seem even more authentic is live streams, fan meetings, fan calls, or in some industries, this is not just in celebrity industries, but also in movies or TV shows. They do this thing called fan service, which is basically they do stuff just so that the fans feel satisfied. Like, I know a lot of K-pop groups do this, and they just, I don't know, like they say certain things to make their fans happy, or they act a certain way with their band members to appeal to a certain audience. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that more later as well. But yeah, that's stuff that they do to make themselves more appealing to you as a fan to feel a connection to.
I'm thinking about if Western bands or artists do that.
Yeah, they do. If you think about boy bands like One
I
Direction,
was thinking about that too.
or even if you think about TV series, oftentimes a TV series, like at the start, has a certain plot,
Yeah,
and
that's
it,
true. If
yeah,
people get shipped in a TV show, they sometimes kind of
make
act
them,
on it
yeah,
in when they're just doing interviews and stuff.
yeah, or even if they introduce a new character and the fandom responds very negatively to that, they will just scrap that character and that storyline.
Really?
Yeah.
When did this happen? This is something I
In
know.
Supernatural, um, season 1 or 2, Dean gets to meet his like first girlfriend or first love, and that's the only person he's ever loved. And the fandom hated the fact that he loved her. And so that was the only episodes she appeared in.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never watched Supernatural.
It's such a good show. You would love it.
Really?
Especially the first two seasons. You would love
I
it.
should get on
But
that.
it's super scary.
Oh,
One example of celebrities gaining a lot more money because they already have a loyal fan base is celebrity brands like Kim Kardashian,
oh, right,
Skims,
right, right.
but also beauty.
There's
Because
so many, bro.
there's so many beauty brands, like big ones that are so popular, constantly have trending like products on
Road,
TikTok. Rode,
Road,
House Labs,
Rare Beauty,
Rare Beauty, yeah,
Fenty.
Fenty. And I want to talk about Fenty in particular because Rihanna has changed the beauty industry by
For real,
creating
I
Fenty.
saw, yeah,
Like she has created new
with
norms
the dark
when it comes,
foundation
yeah,
shades and
dark
stuff.
foundation shades, but also a wide range
Variety,
of
yeah.
like shades. Instead of like having 5 shades, you now have to have 40 if you even want to compete with
Yeah.
Fenty. And not only for makeup, but she's done the same for clothing and having bigger models and just models of different body types in general, disabled models, and just people who look like actual people. Oh my god, I'm sounding like Selena Gomez when she talked about how they don't have models for Rare Beauty, they just have normal people.
What? I don't know about
Yeah,
this.
she said that.
Did
But
she
no, they
only
have,
have what does she mean by normal people?
yeah, she meant that they don't look unattainable or they don't have
So they
extremely
look
rare physiques or
oh, okay,
faces.
okay.
But yeah, that's an example of stuff that could have never happened if she, or would have been way harder to achieve if she wasn't a celebrity beforehand, if she didn't have a certain following, if she didn't have access to paths that most people don't have when they start a brand. And she has changed the industry with Fenty, and
For
it's
sure.
great. It's a really good, high quality makeup brand. But it's important to realize why it has a chance to be this popular. And also, by doing this, she helped her image, and that in turn helped her grow more money. And now she's a billionaire.
Billionaire?
Yeah, she's a billionaire. Another reason why this is really good for celebrities is that the more of a connection you build, the more you'll be quick to defend them, the more you'll like, the more you love them, the more you will defend them, and the more you would stick by their side,
Go
even
to
if they,
war for them.
yeah, even if they make a mistake, multiple mistakes, hurt another celebrity you like, or are in a competition with another celebrity you like, you would defend them.
Or for example, the Grammys, stuff like that. Like it's always such a commotion because every year something happens where one artist gets some Grammy that
Was not
deserved.
deserved.
Yeah, exactly. And then you hear the fandom of the other artist be like, "No, she
No
was
way.
robbed.
She was robbed. There's
Justice
no
for,
way. Yeah,
whatever." But then it always just goes too far because
it
then
does.
eventually it always becomes just a personal attack. Oh, she's a bad person and she did this 10 years ago and she doesn't deserve this, like personal stuff.
Yeah,
And that's like a consequence of parasocial relationships.
100%. So now we're gonna turn to the dark side of parasocial relationships,
Yikes.
the dangers that come with it. And unfortunately, there are a lot. But we will, like, I have to say that it's not always this serious. I mean, most people who are really bad parasocially do not really realize it. Like, I know a lot of people who like Drake, for example, but most of them did have difficulty when the whole Kendrick Drake rap beef was happening.
But people still think about that. When I was in Switzerland over the weekend
Yeah.
and my cousin, and he said like, I listen to Drake and we take we he said we've taken the L, like we'll take the L, but in summer I don't want to hear you, as in you the Kendrick fans, play Drake.
Like
Like in
literally,
summer you're listening to to Kendrick, but it was a you and we thing.
Yeah, it's like talking about, like, for example, when I if I would say like we from the Netherlands may have lost this football match, but you from the UK shouldn't talk about it. Like, you're
Exactly.
literally, if you say me and you're literally assigning yourself an identity, and that means you identify with being a Drake fan. Is there anything wrong with identifying as a fan? No. But it is kind of funny to realize that
Yeah.
we do that. I just want to say one more thing about the Kendrick and Drake situation, because they were friends. They collaborated before that whole thing happened. They've collaborated years before, like they've known each other for a long, long time. And when Kendrick dropped that line about
I already
Drake
know.
being
Into
attracted to,
kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
minors, a lot of people praised him for it, like Kendrick, and they were like, yes, expose him, he's a bad person, yes, oh my god, how can you be on Drake's side after this, like, how, like, that would be morally wrong. But you know what's also morally wrong? A person knowing this about a friend, about a colleague, about
Yeah.
an associate,
And
and
letting
never
it
mentioning it,
happen.
just letting it happen until they were like fighting, and now you expose this information.
Yeah.
You've been sitting on it. Anyways, now we're going to talk about the dangerous uh, consequences that can come with having a strong parasocial relationship to a celebrity. So, first of all, there is an intimate stranger dynamic. So, you feel like you're so connected to this person, but essentially they are a stranger. You still don't know them personally. And what's worse is that you are a complete stranger to them. Like, they don't know about you at all. Maybe if you met them in real life and actually spoke to them, they would hate you. Or you would hate them if
That's
you
my
saw them in real
worst
life.
fear.
Never meet your idols.
For real.
That's why they say this. They don't say this for no reason. Another point of like danger when it comes to parasocial relationships is emotional overinvestment and dependency. Um if you feel like something is missing in your life because your celebrity hasn't posted in a few days, you probably experience some of this. Does that matter that is necessarily dangerous or bad? No. It can be normal. It's normal to get excited about like a celebrity posting. It's normal to miss it when it doesn't happen, but it can go wrong if you feel this too much. For example, some people are over invested in a celebrity to a point where if the celebrity like shows any behavior that they do not agree with, this genuinely hurts them and breaks their heart. Or if the celebrity that you have a celebrity crush on starts dating someone, you feel
This
heartbroken.
happens a lot.
This happens a
And then
lot.
people are so bitter in the comments.
Yeah.
Like,
Third of all, another danger is it can create unrealistic standards because what you see of a celebrity is probably not how they actually are. It is not. It just is not. And that's not how any human being acts. What you are seeing is just things that you like, an ideal version of who they are and who you would want them
but
to
that's
be.
all of social media. Like, that's who we all
Yeah.
aspire to be on social media.
Yeah, for sure. Like if you
But we don't have a
see,
whole team behind us
yeah,
to curate that image of
yeah, but
us.
also in terms of even friendships, like if you see a celebrity and you're like, oh, they always make jokes at the perfect time, they always have the right amount of like going deep but not too vulnerable and talking about themselves but not being too selfish, etc., etc. Even stuff like that is so curated and so edited and so like it's not made in real time, or even if it is made in real time, it's not made in real life, it's not made all the time. Like you can literally choose when to watch it, when not to watch it, so
Yeah,
obviously you're not going to get tired of it. The point is it creates unrealistic standards of
definitely.
both how to live your life and how what to expect from friends and loved ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then what else can happen is the facilitation of surveillance culture. This happens a lot with streamers. Like you expect to see more and more of them every day. This also happens with influencers in general, and if they don't post for a day, it's immediately like, so you don't care about your fans. So you actually,
So you hate
you're
us.
not the person I thought you were. Like, it's that easy to get a crack in your parasocial relationship.
But not, I don't think that's common. Like most people don't think like that, I
Okay,
think.
yeah, no, but this is what happens when it becomes dangerous. Like, this is
Oh,
danger
oh, oh, right,
territory.
right, right.
Some streamers are online as much as they sleep. Let that sink in.
Like take a
And
break. I'm
this
begging you, please.
this creates surveillance culture. Like, it's interesting to watch people live their life, especially if you're just sitting there and just kind of watching them live their life and you feel fulfilled through
True.
it.
And it's also what, let's say you live alone.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun. Like, you have
nice.
company
Yeah.
with your
Cuz
parasocial
cuz
friend.
it's live too, you know? So it kind of feels like
It that also feeds into the
for sure.
parasocialism.
For
Yeah.
sure. And streamers have comments and stuff. Like you can comment and
You
you
can
can
literally talk to
donate,
them,
and if you donate they will
hear
probably
your.
interact back cuz you'll have a little say thing you can say, and they'll be like,
That's
"Oh, thank
crazy.
you," and then say your name or something. So I feel like streamers, that's dangerous.
It is. Then another point is polarization or radicalization and toxic online behavior. We kind of talked about this with the whole Kendrick and Drake thing, and people just becoming super, super protective or like attacking another person in order to protect their celebrity or to fight for their celebrity. I don't know. What used to be a very fun and safe online space for you to express yourself and be with people who had similar interests as you can turn into a space where you feel like you have to fight every day and have to dispute every person who says anything bad about your celebrity. And then there is erotomania. And this is
Where did you get this from?
an article.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's basically feeling indignated when a celebrity dates another person. Or it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but it is kind of being a little bit abnormal in your way of loving the celebrity and just kind of
So you think you're in a relationship with them?
not necessarily, but you think they would be your perfect partner. And maybe you think that if you met them in real life, they would also like you.
If I met this celebrity, we
I
would
would
get
stand a
married.
chance. Like, I would actually have a chance with them.
But I feel like that's not that bad.
No, but it can turn into, oh, I would have a chance if I met them. And then they start dating another
That's
person.
bad, but then if you say I feel like I would have a chance, I don't think it's that bad.
No, and then if they start dating another person, would you feel jealous? Would you feel maybe entitled to your celebrity instead of, like, would you be mad that they spend time with their
Yeah.
significant other instead of with you? And
It can escalate for
it can
sure.
escalate, and we will talk about it in our example of
I'm
today.
scared. I'm so scared.
We've already named a couple of celebrities or public figures who are susceptible to online or to parasocial relationships. Like, we named streamers. We also spoke about Kendrick Lamar and Drake and their fandoms. So they are rappers. We spoke about Taylor Swift and Addison Rae. But one industry where parasocial relationships are an
Wait, guess.
literally guess. Yeah, yeah, that's
Leave
correct.
it. Yeah.
One industry where people encourage parasocial relationships like crazy is K-pop. Like, I am also a K-pop stan. Um, yeah, guilty, but I don't have like a Okay, we will talk about the
That's
Lulu.
what they all say.
No, that's not true.
That is what they all say.
No, no, that's not what they all say.
That's what most of them
But
say.
okay,
I've heard crazy people
I
say,
do.
I'm not crazy. I have, you know,
Oh, well.
I'm not
Anyways,
a Korea boo. I promise, girl.
oh yeah, that's always like,
Please.
uh. But anyways, I am aware of how I interact with my idols and with my fandom and with my space, and I don't think is dangerous or anything the way I go about it. Um, but of course, everyone has a different understanding of what is good for you and what is weird and whatever. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the issue.
Right.
So one of the reasons why K-pop has a bigger parasocial fandom is because what we talked about earlier, the unrealistic standards, and also seeing as much of them as possible and just expecting them to post every day. That pressure is higher in the K-pop industry than in the
It's
Western
also
music industry.
it's also more pushed by their teams and stuff, right? Like they
Yeah, that's why the
really
pressure is higher.
really 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 embrace it.
Yeah. For example, you know, in the West, if a celebrity gets stalked, they wouldn't really be judged if they say go the fuck away or go away, I'm calling the police, or
If they get like a restraining
yeah,
order.
or like if they go to the airport and a bunch of fans are swarming them, that doesn't happen because they have private exits and whatnot.
Yeah.
However, K-pop idols are refrained from telling their fans not to go somewhere. So, for example, information about their flights is often leaked or made public, and then they always take the public entrance, and it's always like a paparazzi moment. And there have been moments where they get like swarmed and they get like just very overwhelmed by all of the fans
Okay.
there.
Right.
Um, they also um, are low-key encouraged to talk to their fans as if they have a very strong relationship with their fans, platonically, but in some cases also romantically. And they this starts out as like a joke.
But I feel like platonically isn't even that bad because
Not
they
necessarily,
do owe their career to the
for
fans.
sure. And in some cases that comes across that way, but in other cases it is more of a thing like, for example, K-pop idols are not allowed to date. And then if someone asks like, oh, do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, they say like, yeah, you, or yeah, and then the fandom name, like, yeah, like literally
What?
flirting with fans online. And this gets encouraged because this
What?
makes them more connected and this makes them
You is
have
crazy.
stronger feelings towards them, which makes them more protective, etc. Yeah. There's this thing in Korea and it's literally called sasaeng culture. Sasaeng means stalker. And basically how paparazzi act in the West is how sasaengs act in Korea in K-pop industries. They basically follow their idols everywhere. They try to get their um, schedules. They get them because they often get leaked by people who work in the companies, and then they just follow them, take pictures of them, post them. Oftentimes, this is just random moments in their lives, like just very private moments. Um, One celebrity I'll be talking about a lot today is Jungkook from BTS. He is arguably the most popular member, and he was, for example, photographed when he first got tattoos. Getting tattoos in Korea is very taboo, and even more so back in 2019, which is only a few years ago, but it was way worse back then. If you
Mm.
wanted to be a tattoo artist, you had to get a medical license. Like, it was serious. And he was photographed when he got tattoos, and the hate he
People hate
received,
it.
girl, it is super frowned upon there.
Nobody likes it.
It's very rare. But it's not only seen as something that is like weird because it's associated with gangs, it is also seen as disrespectful towards the fans because he is mutating his body and not respecting their love for his natural body.
This is giving something his parents would say.
Yeah, but his parents, luckily, yeah, his parents didn't say that, but relationships can get so parasocial that you feel entitled to what a person does with their body. And
Do
okay,
they
this
not
might sound,
are they not irritated with this?
obviously, but this might sound super weird and like unthinkable in the West. But if you think about any random like female celebrity gaining weight, the reaction is always crazy. Like, I remember Lana Del Rey gaining weight and people just body shaming her and talking so badly about her. Even Rihanna, when she just gave birth and she didn't look skinny because she just gave birth, people were body shaming her and just saying, like, oh, this means you're lazy, you don't care about your job, you don't care about your fans, you don't care about your image, you don't care about how you come across.
I remember.
Yeah. So it's really similar,
Yikes.
actually. It's
That
not that
disgusts
different.
me.
So the unrealistic standards are a whole nother level. And basically, yeah, idols are not allowed to date, smoke. Even like weight gain is super frowned upon in the K-pop industry, both by companies who will literally not allow you to debut or even be part of a K-pop group if you can't keep under a certain weight limit, but also by fans who just think you're lazy, you don't care about your job, you don't care about them, you don't care about how you present yourself if you look a certain way. And they feel so entitled to comment on it, even if they look way heavier than you as an idol.
It's also easy to make a comment when you're, behind a screen,
It's not just behind a
anonymous.
screen. It's also in real life. Like when these celebrities come to like shows, like talk shows for example, there's been times where a random guy just asked a girl like, why are your legs, like why are your thighs so fat? Why don't you lose weight in your thighs? And also, one thing I
Ew,
want to talk about,
ew.
remember when we were talking about if meeting them in real life makes it less parasocial? So in K-pop, they have these fan meetings, and usually when you think about a fan meeting, you would think, oh, so the fan goes to the idol and then they talk. But in K-pop fan meetings, the idols are like sitting behind a table, and then the fan can bring them stuff like presents, but also stuff to wear, stuff to put on,
Like a meet and greet.
stuff to do. Yeah. And they basically just put on, like, I don't know, like they can put on a freaking princess crown, but they can also put on stuff that is a little bit, would be a little bit odd for a grown woman or a grown man
Like
to wear.
inappropriate.
A little bit, like it can come close to fetishization territory. And the
And they have
idol,
to do
yeah, the
it.
idol just wears it or does it.
Do you have an example?
um Well, like they bring like baby hats and then they just wear that. And there's also this thing in K-pop or like Korean culture in general. It's called aegyo, and it's basically acting cute. And it's basically like putting on a high pitched baby voice and just acting like like instead of saying hurry up, like hurry up, like like literally talking like a baby. So then if you give an idol like a baby hat, you make them talk like that.
They not have a choice? They just have to do
No, they
this.
have to do this because if they don't do this, then they are rude. They will lose fans. Hell, the standards are high. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to talk about erotomania in K-pop industry, because it's bad out there, guys. It's bad. So, because idols are not allowed to date, and they are definitely very encouraged to make comments like I said before, like, oh, I'm not dating anyone, I'm just interested in you guys, or who's your boyfriend, girlfriend? Like really, really encouraging those parasocial erotomania
This is doing
relationships.
too much. Y'all, this is doing too much.
I'm gonna talk about Jungkook again. Sorry for butchering his name, by the way. This is not the correct pronunciation, but I'm not perfect. The BTS members all had to go to the military for mandatory service for a year and a half. And right when Jungkook and his like three bandmates, who also went at the same time as him, came back, he went home. And that same week, there was a Japanese woman who goes by the name Miss A, who tried to break into his house.
People just know where they
Yeah,
live.
yeah, yeah. This is all public information. Yeah. And he has had stalkers before. This is not the first one.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
mortifying.
it is. And this is why most of them are like encouraged not to go live in their house, because that makes it more dangerous because first of all, you reveal more of where you live, but you
But if people
also,
already know,
yeah, but it also makes you seem welcoming to your fans in your
That
home.
makes zero sense to
No,
me. That makes no sense, bro.
yeah, well, anyways, he went live in his house a lot. And even like when he would go to sleep, he would literally turn on like a live stream and he
Why?
would just like literally because he was bored and he was just I don't
While he's
know,
sleeping? What if somebody actually breaks in and it's just on stream like that? Well, then at least you have witnesses, I guess.
at
But
least
oh my
that.
god.
But yeah, this is not a laughing matter.
I'm not laughing because it's funny.
We're laughing because it's insane.
Because what the hell do you even mean? What the hell, guys?
Anyways, that Japanese
Wake up.
that
Stand up.
so in Korea, most houses don't have keys, they have passcodes. So instead of a key, you have to fill in your passcode. And this Japanese woman was caught like in his garage trying to break in, and she had a suitcase with her with clothes, a
She was gonna
toothbrush.
move in?
she thought she thought that he would just fall in love with her on the spot.
In
He
his
would be like,
house.
"Wow, you're such a good fan. Like you care about me
How
so
old
much.
was
Like you
she?
came
Do
to
you
me."
know?
She was older than him for sure, but he's like 28. So she was like probably in her 30s or 40s.
Bro, at your big age, be for real.
Yeah, but even at yeah, crazy. And mind you, she came from Japan. But yeah, anyways, she tried to break into his
Can
house.
she even speak Korean then?
I think she might have learned, or she thought she was just charmed through him because he also speaks a bit of Japanese.
Charm so strong it breaks the language barrier.
I mean, that's what he did. So maybe she thinks she can do the
With
same
who?
with her. He's
Oh,
like,
right,
hello.
right, 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 right.
But anyways,
She can just turn on subtitles. The fuck?
you would think this is where it ends.
I don't wanna.
No.
I don't wanna go.
So he returned from the military in June, I think. June or July. July this year. Let's say July for the sake of it. Which is how many months ago? 4? This girl, this woman, returned this week. She returned and she tried to break his lock several times between the 12th and 14th of November. She has
Why
now
did
been
nothing? Did
arrested.
nothing happen to her when she was caught, like trying to break in? What even happens?
I
Nothing.
think that now she is gonna get arrested. Um, but one more thing about Jungkook, and then I'm gonna move on to another person. But when we were talking about sasaengs, the stalkers who just take pictures of people, obviously the leaked footage issue has become much worse with AI. So recently, a picture of him or a video of him walking to his house with a woman leaked, and it was later proved to be AI because, um, first of all, it was from 2023, the video, but also there was a picture of him with this woman that is a real picture, and she was wearing different shoes, different hair, etc., etc. But it was supposed to be the same woman, same night. He was wearing the same clothes, and this video leaked. Is it weird to see grown men walk home with a woman? No, it's not. You would think.
No.
But people crashed out, and both fans and haters, anti fans. So, most of the fans that I've seen, probably because I'm on my side of Twitter, were actually not being weird about this. There were a couple of people who were like, oh my god, can't believe he did this. But the anti fans started to spread information about him giving women HIV.
What?
Yeah. Just because there was a video of him walking home with a woman. They were like, no, I've seen his medical records. He has HIV. And he is
Bro,
purposefully spreading it to other women.
what? What the
And
hell?
that's why he lost weight recently, is because he has HIV.
This is rage bait,
So
bro.
this is the type of
This,
rumor.
this.
This is the type of rumor that comes after an idol is seen walking home with another person. Mind you, this video was AI. But like even if it were real, how would that warrant this response, you might think? Because of the
HIV is so
because of the parasocial relationships. Now I want to talk about another idol.
Bro, I cannot. I
Same
can't.
group, BTS. Jin, he's the oldest member. Jungkook is the youngest. So, LOL. Okay, anyways, Jin. He was the first member to go to the military. And when he came back, the day after he came back, he organized this event where he would basically hug 1,000 fans, which is so
That's good.
ambitious.
That's gonna give him some diseases. I can tell you right now.
No, but everyone was like you could choose between a hug or like just like a hand,
A
like a high
high
five,
five.
which I think only one out of the thousand did a high five, and she did it because of religious reasons.
She Muslim.
Yeah.
Period.
Um. But yeah, everyone just gave him a hug, and he seemed really happy. It was super fast too, because obviously he needed to
Bro,
hug a
what the
thousand
hell?
people, but one person,
Did something stupid, huh? No.
yeah, yeah,
No. No.
yeah, he was kissed against his will.
Where?
Um,
On the lips?
don't remember. I haven't seen a video. I refuse to see it. I refuse to
Look it
see it
up. I
happen.
mean, can't you
Girl, I
look up
don't want to
the
know.
information?
Well,
You
I
can't
know,
give me half-ass information, bro.
but that person has now been arrested for assault.
Okay, well then it's probably on the fucking lips, huh?
Probably.
Oh hell
Oh my god, this
no.
poor man. No, I think it's on the cheek.
Can you
I'm
get
pretty
arrested
sure.
for that?
Yeah, if you kiss someone against their will on their cheek, especially if you're a fan and the only consent you have explicitly been
If
given,
somebody kisses me on the cheek and I don't want it, I can get them arrested. Don't
if
be
you organize an event to give people hugs and one random ass person decides to keep you hostage in a hug and just kiss you on a cheek, yes, you can get them arrested.
Oh hell. But only if I'm famous.
Probably. They First of all, why would they care about a woman pressing charges? The other thing that I wanted to mention with Jin, eldest member of BTS, is he when he went to the military, in the military you have to keep up with your health, obviously, just as in real life, like outside of the military. And he was there for 1.5 years, I think, yeah. But anyways, there was a point where they all had to get vaccinations, and he thought he was just vaccinated by a nurse. No,
No.
it was a random fan who went there because she wanted to see him, and she injected something in him, but they didn't even know what it was.
Oh my.
So imagine this happening to you in the military, and then you come back, and then someone kisses you on your fucking cheek.
But do we still not know what it was? What she
I think by
injected?
now, like, first of all, it was not anything
Was it like water
dangerous.
or something?
No clue. It might have been a different vaccine, or even the vaccine that
It probably wasn't a disease, because why would they keep that there?
injecting diseases. No, but she loved him. Like she just
Yeah, well,
wanted.
I bet. What if she fucking injected her blood or some nonsense?
Ooh, that would have been
That could be
bad. That
dangerous.
that could be.
You
That
can't
is
just
lethal,
donate
bro.
blood like if you're not in the same blood group.
Yeah, and if you haven't been tested for like compatibility and diseases, because hello.
True.
But yeah, no, it was probably like a vaccine of some sort,
I
maybe
mean, if
even
your
the
vaccine
vaccine,
is
but she
even
was not registered to be there to give the vaccine at
holy
that time.
shit.
She just went there because she wanted
But
to
she
see
knew what
him.
she was doing cuz
But I have to say, like, this is not bad. This is not bad. This is not going to make you
okay,
depressed.
okay.
So, you know how in the West, usually when you have girl groups or female artists, most of the fans are girls?
Yeah.
In Korea, it's men because
This is supposed to make me not upset.
they are attracted to the female
That's
idols, basically.
disgusting. This is still making me upset. I don't
So, um,
cannot believe you
yeah, and there is
clickbaited
also
me like this.
no, but it's not as bad as them injecting a fluid, an
Bro,
unknown
I would
fluid.
feel like if I was a girl in a girl group
Yeah,
and my fans were men,
you'd be sad.
I'd be horrified. Imagine
Maybe
you
they
do
just
a
like their
concert
music.
and there's just men in the crowd. Oh
Well,
hell
yeah,
no.
I'm gonna
Hell
show you a
no.
video later,
No, I don't
but
want to see it.
there's a video of a very like famous girl group. There are multiple videos of like any girl group who are just singing, and in K-pop you have this thing called a fan chant, and it's basically you singing their names right before they start singing. Like,
Okay.
and then usually you hear like a bunch of voices just screaming that, but then you hear, for the girl groups, you hear male voices
No.
screaming their
Just
names.
leave. Like, get out. Unless you're here with pure intentions, you can
Some
stay.
of them are.
Yeah, but
They just love the
1%,
music,
1%. Nobody is like that.
probably.
Like it's two people.
But I mean, a lot of
Bro.
like girls also have attraction as one of their reasons for liking a male pop star. So you,
That's different because men are dogs. Sorry.
what's the difference
Well,
in your
men
opinion?
are insane. Like they would do insane things. Women, like I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying all it's always a man. A man.
It is,
You
yeah,
know, like women are not
yeah,
known to like I don't
be
know.
violent. Well,
Yeah.
the stories I just told you, I mean, if this is what happens to men, you can probably imagine what happens to women. There have been multiple K-pop idols who have committed suicide because of how they were perceived by fans and the pressure they had in general, and a lot of them have been women, unfortunately. Um, and I also want to say that it's one thing for like a grown man to be a fan of like a group full of grown women who just make
But
music.
the girl groups are not that
Usually
old. They're not that old.
usually they have to debut, like, most of the members are not adults
So
when
that's
they
what I'm
debut.
saying. That's what I do know this. Like I don't know a
Yeah,
lot about the K-pop industry, but I do know they're very young when they start,
they
and
are
then their fans are older
old.
man,
Yeah,
older
that's
men.
scary.
That is disgusting. That's
It is.
disgusting. I'm also low-key on a man hating arc these days.
My propaganda worked, guys. No,
No,
but
I
for
literally
real,
went through a
like,
break like not that long ago, but it's not that bad. Like I don't care, but
it did prove that men are can be odd and
yeah.
just fucking weird.
Like
Like
so weird, bro.
like
Like why
weird
are you
as
so
fuck, and
weird?
also just a waste of time to be around. Like, honestly,
Literally.
like, how come, like, you know that saying of like the perfect man is just an average woman?
Yes, I saw something about that today, bro.
Well, it's true.
It
I
is
believe
true.
in that so hard. Like,
It's true. It's true.
that is actually insane. But yeah, so men are literally huge fans of these girl groups, and part of the reason is, unfortunately, because they are not allowed to date, they are not allowed to talk about anything political. Because one thing about Korea is like feminism is very taboo there as well. And I'm talking to the point where if a woman has short hair, she will probably get hate crimed. And yeah,
What? How short? Like pixie cut?
yeah.
Oh, damn.
And then, but even if you say like, oh, I think feminism, you've said too much. Like, that's actually radical, and you should actually be ashamed to
Bro,
be
I don't
so
know.
men hating. Like, how dare you? But yeah, for example, it like um one of the more grown women in K-pop once read a book about the life of a woman, and like the like it was a book about the life of a woman and how she was mistreated by men, and she's deemed crazy and hysterical. And
It's always crazy and
she
hysterical.
read this book and she posted a picture of the book, and men started burning their photo cards with her face. They started burning their albums with her music.
Y'all so
They
sensitive, bro. And they call us sensitive.
Yeah, like, literally how. But yeah, they were just destroying all of the things they own basically with her, because they felt so offended that she was reading a book about the life of a woman.
Bro, boo hoo. There's wars going on in this world. Be for real, guys.
Yeah, but they genuinely think that feminism is a hate crime against men. Like, they think that if you care about women's rights, that means you think men are inferior to women, and that is super dangerous and super
God
disrespectful.
forbid,
How
right?
dare you?
Literally.
How dare you? Like,
How
are you
dare
not
you?
ashamed? Are you not embarrassed? Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a parasocial relationship, now you are aware of where it can get you. And now you're also aware of who your celebrity really is and why you maybe shouldn't be praising them for everything they do and also shouldn't be too attached to them.
Stay critical,
Stay critical, stay
sharp,
sharp, and stay like alert.
aware.
Yeah, aware.
If you're
Beware.
if you want to tell us who your parasocial relationship is
Tell us, like, what's
with, like
yours?
who's you
If they
can
didn't
guess
post.
this. Like,
Yeah, I
don't
know it
be
about
emo.
her. It's Billie
For
Eilish.
sure.
I feel really like parasocial about BTS. Like, I genuinely.
Okay, guys, that was it for this episode of After Hours FM.
We hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments or find us on Instagram or TikTok, afterhoursfm.podcast, or find us on Twitter,
Oh
After
yeah.
Hours FM without the H.
And yeah, episodes out every 2 weeks on Fridays, 5 p.m. CET. We're on Spotify and YouTube, just After Hours FM.
We also have a radio show,
Mm-hmm.
also every 2 weeks on Tuesdays. It's on Slim Radio and it's still called After Hours FM. We have a link to that to their YouTube channel in our bio and also to their website. So you can watch it live, but you can also watch it back if you don't have the opportunity to see it live.
Yeah, all the information of when everything is at is all on our TikTok and on our Instagram. So yes, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.